where do you stand in terms of, the situation with housing? What do you think has got us to this point today?
Yeah, I think, the dominant narrative around housing and the housing crisis has often been that it's a supply issue. We don't build enough homes, and I think certainly that's true in some respects, in areas that there's high demand and a lot of pressures, and especially with regards to social housing and affordable housing. We definitely do not build enough, and we've decimated the social housing sector.
And those two things are quite different, aren't they? Social housing and affordable housing. They get used interchangeably. Just briefly explain the difference between the two.
Yeah, social housing is subsidised, obviously. It's housing for people on the lowest kind of end of the income distribution. It's provided by the council and our local authorities. Affordable housing can still be provided by private developers, for example, but it's a little bit more affordable. And I think, it's questionable about whether it is affordable because it's still at market rates. It's not linked to, say, for example, people's incomes. And a striking feature of the housing crisis is the gap between house prices and people's incomes has grown sort of astronomically. So right now, the sort of ratio of average house prices to average incomes has hit almost nine times. And in London, it's 13 times. So you need 13 times your income to afford a house in London and 9 times in the rest of the country. And the average used to be about 4 or 5 times your income up until very recently. So we've had a kind of distortion of the market that needs to be corrected, I guess.
Indeed.